It's always nice to scrap lift one of our own, and that's exactly what we're doing today. Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and I'm playing along with Scraplift Crafternoon, joining Tara and the crew for this wonderful weekly event, my favourite one of the week. And as I said, we are scraplifting Lisa Cuneo. She is one of ours, and she is having her birthday. It's her birthday month, so happy birthday, Lisa, and thanks for the great inspiration for today's layout. Now I am going to use some Kaisercraft here. It is an older paper set that I've had for a while, and it's just perfect for my photo. It's the Rose Avenue collection that I'm using today. I love anything wood grain, as you know, and this is a green wood grain which colours the eucalyptus colours of the leaves in Australia, and that's perfect for my photo, as I said, which is another wedding photo of my daughter's, which I'm a bit slow, nothing like not being up to date or anything like that. She only got married in 2023, but why rush these things? This one I believe will be my page, because it's the one where all of us who were at the wedding were actually not paying attention to the photographer too much, so it's a bit of a fun photo. So I think this one will end up in my album. I'm not too sure, it might end up in a frame for her on a wall. I'll work that out later on, but I'm just gutting out some of this paper here because I'm going to need it for parts of this layout. Now Lisa, I just want to say happy birthday to you. Enjoy your month, and I'm not too sure if she's going to be joining us today playing along with us, but if she is, that will be always a good thing to see how people interpret their own layouts when they do a remake. So I'm just trimming up all the pieces that I need here so that I can get ready for my layout, because I want to pull it together pretty easily, and I find if I prep up all the pieces beforehand, it makes it that much easier when you go to do your layout. Now I am going to use the Rustic Wilderness distress oxide there to ink up all my edges, to distress all the edges, and that will allow for each of the pieces of paper to sit on top of each other but be distinct from the other. And I do love this color. It's a very subtle olivey color really, and I do like it, and I think it will go well with the patterns and the colors in this paper range. So as I said, this is a wedding layout. My daughter got married and she had the ceremony in in Bargo at a wildlife sanctuary. So we actually had wildlife animals with us, so that's like kangaroos and emus and swans and wallabies, lots of things that were around. We got to hold the sugar glider possums, my son got to hold his snake, we all actually got to have a chance to hold the python. Some of us were a little bit more braver than others, but yeah, we all got to have photos with all the different animals, so it was really exciting, and everybody had their own personal experiences, which was even nicer to for them to remember the event. So I'm just inking up all the pieces before we get started. That's really important. I have cut a 1-inch frame out of that pink cardstock that you saw. That will be the frame of my layout. Now the wood grain is going to be the base of my layout. I did contemplate cutting out some of it to incorporate into it, but then I decided not to. I'm just going to leave it whole. I am using up rolls of tape, as I have said in previous layouts. I found a whole heap when I cleared my desk, so I want to use all of those up before I keep opening up new rolls of tape. So that's why throughout my layouts in the last couple of videos you've seen me get a roll and then have to get another roll because I've run out, because I've used up that roll. Okay, now I have my wood grain, and I'm contemplating whether I want it to go up, across or down, and I'm deciding that I'm going to run with it across. I like it a little bit better. I think it makes your eye run across the layout. So I'm putting that one down with it being across, and I do love the florals in this paper. It's so pretty. Look, I'm not a pretty scrapbooker, I admit it. My friend, amazing. She is amazing with the pretty papers, and I always look at her work and think, oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm not a pretty scrapbooker. I do like pretty pages. I love Shabby Chic and all of that sort of stuff, but I tend not to do very many pages in it. I don't know why, it's just the way I am, the way the style comes out when I'm scrapping. I always tend to be more on the brighter colours and more in the details of that respect. So that's how my layouts tend to go. So I just laid down that banner strip there, which will be a landing point, and I'm just inking up all of the edges here. That is for my photo, and my photo is a 5x7, so I've done the frame in the pink, and I've also used some of that floral as a matting as well. That's really important that you draw your elements together. Now I did have this card that was ruled card, and I'm using that where Lisa has on her layout like a library card onto the layout, and I'm just tucking that in there, and I'm putting in this ruled one underneath for another landing spot for another cluster. Now this takes a little bit of time building it up, but this is how you build up your images and your layers and your textures in your layout. Now there's the photo. You can see my two boys at the back. They're looking at each other instead of at the camera. My daughter to the side is looking over at the bride and the groom, and my husband for some reason is leaning a little bit funny in this photo. But anyhow, it was a bit of a fun one. This was before we took the serious one, so it all comes together in the end and works out. Alright, so I've layered up those little quotes there to the left. I now have another little quote which I'm going to put over there to the right. I went and found this little square to tuck in down the bottom where Lisa had her little quote, and I have die cut the title for this. It says Family and Friends, and I've used the pink cardstock there to do that, and it's a little bit pale and you can't see it so much at the moment, but when you do the close-ups you'll be able to see how clear. Now remember, I promised myself I was going to learn how to use these tweezers. Yeah, not working for me. It's not working. I'll get there, but it's not working. So practice makes perfect, so they say, so I'll have to continue to work on that skill. Alright, I'm happy now that my layout has its title, and I'm just fixing the ampersand there and it looks better now. Alright, so I'm liking this, as I said, as a wedding layout, and I am just going to add a little bit of shabby chicness to it by putting in some lace butterflies, which are very cute. I have like a whole reel of ribbon that is these lace butterflies, and I just cut off the butterflies as I need them. And then I have the mulberry paper flowers, and I talked about those the other day. You know, we've all got them in our stash, and it's always nice to start using them. I'm just unraveling them here because at first I'm not sure that I'm going to use all of them, but I do in the end. And then I have these little tiny ones in the different colors, which I'll also utilize in the bouquets I'm going to create, where Lisa had her feathers up the side. So a little skill I learnt by watching lots of videos is to use my picker tool to twirl the wire around and create the spiral as a bit of an added feature. I'm just going to twist two together to create the length for which to work with, and that will allow it to climb up, so you can see here. Alright, so I'm very happy with how this is turning out. I'm working quite steadily across the layout with these flowers. I will go off screen and adhere them down with glue to make sure that they stay put on the layout, because that's very important, because we do not want to lose any of the detail as we're working through. So I'm just doing that twirly curly bit again, and that's nice and easy. Alright, now that this is all together, you can see that my flowers are sitting beautifully, and then I'm just going to add some sequins. Not very good at the sequins pieces, they will end up around the layout. My picker tool here, I've just sharpened it, so it's not for some reason picking them up my wax tool, so I'm just going to have to do it by the old-fashioned way and use my fingers. So I'm using some pinks and whites. I was going to put some blue in, but I decided not to. I am slowly placing them around the layout bit by bit, Sequins is always tricky. Some people do it really, really easily. I don't. I struggle. It's one of those ones in the skill area that I have a little bit of difficulty. So there's my layout pretty much. The only thing that I need to do is I need to finish off by putting in the date, which I will add down here onto this bottom lined tag, and I'm using my date stamper for that. And I just need to check the date again. I don't know how many times I've checked the date in the last couple of days, and I still need to check the date. I'm using the oxide for this one. I'm going to have it the same color as the layout so that it blends in instead of striking it out. Alright, so that's basically all I'm going to add to this layout. That's a wrap. I hope I've done something to earn your thumbs up. Remember, YouTube likes it when you interact with our layouts, leaving us a comment, giving us a like, you know, watching the next video that I recommend to you. It lets YouTube know that you like what I'm producing. So here it is, up close and personal. Look how detailed it is. It's just beautiful. Thank you, Lisa, once again for such a wonderful layout to work with. And thank you to Tara for coordinating us. There are 10 of us if we're all playing along. There is a full playlist linked below. I really do hope you go and check out everybody, because they are such talented ladies and they will have done some amazing layouts today. I look forward to seeing what they do each and every week, and I'm so glad you keep coming back to watch mine. So stay creative this week, friends. Here's my next video for you. Don't forget to hype me, and I'll see you in the next video real soon.